There we go. Welcome to 207 Ice to Woods. My name is Dustin. If you're familiar with the channel, I'm excited to say we are back on the hard water and we are ice fishing. If you're new to the channel, I hope you guys hit that subscribe button and follow us along on our adventures where we like to go hiking, ice fishing, hunting, four-wheeling, and camping in Maine, and we might even branch out to a few other states at some point. If you are into ice fishing or hunting, I encourage you to click on some of our other videos from last year and check us out. And the weird reason I say that is on today's adventure, I was pretty much just checking the ice somewhere and it ended up being safe. And me being proactive, I brought along a jig pole with me and I decided to try it. And I ended up having an unbelievable few hours. Something I did not expect, but I'm super happy about. And as you'll see in this video, I didn't have really any gear with me, any food, any drinks. I was just checking the ice and I ended up having myself a hell of a day. Most of the gear that I use ice fishing I will list below, even though I did not show any of it this trip due to the fact I didn't think I'd be fishing much. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so I guess we're turning this into an ice fishing video. This could be a do as I say, not as I do moment. And I probably wouldn't bring the girls out here, but it's 4 inches or so, and I'm comfortable on that with no other bodies, around me. And obviously 4 inches is plenty for those of you that think obviously that's plenty, but it's very white, it's very milky, so it's not a good 4 inches. But obviously I didn't bring traps or augers or anything, so I got just this jig pole, not in a ton of water. But we'll see if we can make this trip worth it with at least one fish. That'd be kind of cool. So this is 1 week earlier than I have ice fished the last 2 years. Actually about 8 days we'll call it. I got no chair, I got no food, I got no coffee. No electronics, no auger. I've already been sweating all morning. It's 17 degrees. So I don't lose my pole, but I kind of want to just go chop a couple more holes so I can bounce back and forth. Try to maximize my time here, but I don't want to lose my pole. So I'm going to open the bail up. We'll go drill some more holes. Drill it with the hand auger. There we go. First fish, little stock brookie of the 2025-2026 season. Nice little color on it. Hey, made the trip worth it. So I know some of you guys have very sharp eyes and pay attention to detail. This rod is a medium heavy, way too big for doing what I'm doing. This is braid that I think is put on this pole for Lakers salmon. Goes to a barrel swivel, same thing. I think a 30-pound or something, big, way too big. And then it goes to some leader that I believe is 8 to 10 pound. Because like I said, I set this up for Lakers. Well, quickly this morning when I decided I want to bring it, I just grabbed this one because it was set up, and then I put another leader on with a barrel swivel. So this has 2 swivels. And then some 4 or 6 pound leader to the hook. So it was kind of just last minute out the door at 5:30 this morning. I knew I was setting up the deer cameras. I didn't know if this was going to be safe enough to fish, but I figured I'd check it so I could get a good gauge if it was going to be good for next weekend. But I said if I'm walking all the way in here, why not grab a chisel, which I'll need for checking the ice, and grab a rod. And this was just the only one I knew that the reel was good and everything was good on. So for those of you that recognize all of this stuff in the video, I normally would not have a medium heavy for stock trout and 2 barrel swivels and 8 to 10 pound leader going to another swivel to another leader, but I can't say it didn't work. I guess I gotta leave the camera on. Let's go. Number 2. Look at the eggs coming out of her. Second one, I was on my phone, it almost ripped it out of my hand. Let's get her back in. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. There we go for number 6. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Number 7. Not the fattest, but it's the longest one. Number 8. Number 8. Number 9. Didn't think I was gonna get 10 fish today. There's another fat one. Oh, this is number 11. It's only been a couple hours. 12 of the day. Yes, Paul, that's you calling right now as I catch my 13th fish. 13. Well, that was a heck of a surprise and an awesome day. Ended with 13 brook trout. They are stocked. I know some people kind of think less of that. But scratch the itch. Got out here. Didn't have much gear. So typically my first trip is making sure all my gear works. So all I brought was a jig pole and a spud bar. So, but it was still a good day, and very pleasantly surprised with how it turned out. There wasn't a lot of talking in this video, which some of you will probably like, my kids included. But a camp owner set up his traps, I don't know, 20-30 yards away from me, which is perfectly fine. Absolutely fine with that, but it gets a little awkward when they look over and you're just talking to yourself. So if this is your first time on our channel and you like a little bit more action and talking and gear, check out some of our other videos ice fishing, and hit the subscribe button and see our next trips, because trust me, we got way more gear than we need. And I typically provide a little more entertainment than what I was able to here. And I think as I grow in the channel, I'll probably feel more comfortable just talking to the camera when there's a bunch of other people around. But also, some of these smaller ponds, people might not care for you doing that in front of their camp. And technically I can, but I like to be respectful to everybody. So hit that subscribe button. We got at least 2 definite trips planned, one to Moosehead and another one where I caught my personal best laker last year. So hit that subscribe, hit that like, drop a comment below. Appreciate you. See you on the next one.